This is Manders of Fake Winds Bonsai. Let's get chopping. This was given to me by another Bonsai Society of Edmonton member in August of last year. This first cut will put it about to the same size I got it, and then we're going to hopefully help all ramify the branches here, and then I'm just going to leave it alone for another year. The reason I got this jade is because for whatever reason the regular jades seem to peter off and die in my care, except for the variegated variety that I have had for a few years now. It gets watered fairly frequently with some pretty strong fertilizer, and then once it goes outside I know this is going to explode. Once it does grow out, I'll be able to select which branches to keep out of these bar branches. I straight up don't remember where I got this tree, if it was gifted to me, part of what I inherited from my grandma, or if I got it some other way. It is pretty densely packed in this pot. I do want it to be a little forest one day, and for it to be a little forest, it needs to ramify a little bit closer down, I'd say, because I want to keep it fairly small. So we're going to get some pretty drastic cuts here. All of these cuttings will also be saved for propagation purposes and maybe to add to the forest if they take well. Oh shoot. As you can see, that is a lot shorter, so I'm hoping that it'll ramify nice and close down, and that we'll get more branching so I can develop the pads as it grows up a little bit more easily. As you can see, this second little tree has ramified pretty well. I'm just hoping to build on that, getting new branches after these cuts grow out. We've got a good start on the second tree. It is quite a bit taller, so I'm trying to keep that in mind with the forest about how the height levels need to be different as I continue these cuts. There's a whole nother tree all by itself in that fairly massive cutting. With our third and final tree, there's only one decision to make here, and it's to take the top off. So this trio of Gollum Jades is all done being chopped up. Would you have done what I have done? Did I screw this up? Please let me know in the comments. Next up, we've got some little babies that I've been propagating. They would have started with maybe 1 or 2 sets of leaves and have grown up in this pot together. These babies were outside on the balcony out in the sun while they were rooting, which is why there's some scorch marks on the leaves. This pair had started pretty well with ramifying by itself, just with the increased light this spring, so I'm hoping with the chops we'll get some more of that. With the dry and hot conditions on my balcony, this jade had started dropping leaves. Do you guys just let them be, or do you clean them up? This little jade is a sibling of the previous jades. They were once a Christmas present to my grandma. With this one growing straight up, there's only one move to make. Seems to be a lot of room in this pot. We're just going to start off with breaking up the surface here, and then we're going to start with a little planting hole for the cutting, making this another chance to grow another jade. Snugging up the soil is an important step with jade cuttings. You always want to make sure you have good stem to soil contact to promote root growth. It's also important to hold off on watering or make sure the cutting callus is over. This is another jade golem that we can make some chops on. The one thing that has always bugged me since potting this up is this one low, long branch, and it's much too thick for proper taper. The top here actually has some pretty good branching going on. but it's pretty dense. It's pretty challenging to get into these areas to make these cuts properly. This jade golem was in the center of a succulent arrangement that I got from my grandma. I hope this has made her proud. I believe this is actually my third smaller jade cutting. Starting to think that maybe I have too many of these. Does anybody want one? Just like its smaller sibling, only one move to make. But with this one, with having more segments involved, I'm hoping to get buds in more than one place. Oh boy, we have even more of these. I definitely need to make some repotting decisions and put these up for sale. Now for our chops. Same straightforward decisions, hoping for the best on the stem's future. And just because there's some more room in the pot, we'll make some more propagations. Here's a nice close-up of the stem before it gets put into the soil. The roots should come from that band of segment there where that little node-like area was shown, and will grow into the soil from there. And that wraps up the work on my smaller Jade and Portulacaria cuttings. Please comment below with your tips and tricks to help us grow together better.